Hey my loves, today I'm going to be teaching you the easy step-by-step method of making a perfect Nigerian buns. For the dried ingredients, you are going to measure out 3 cups of all-purpose flour and also avoid measuring out any cup of ingredients like this. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of baking powder and a pinch of salt. Now we're going to mix this and set aside. In a bowl, I'm going to crack 1 medium-sized egg. I'm going to be adding 1/4 cup of pig milk. You can use any milk of choice. For me, I just have a thing for pig milk. Next, I'm going to be adding 1/8 cup of water and 1/4 cup of sugar. I'm just going to mix properly until it's perfectly combined. I also added vanilla flavor to this mixture, but you can add any flavor of choice. Set that aside and let's go back to our dried ingredients. To the dried ingredients, we are going to measure out 1/8 cup of butter. Mix properly and add your wet ingredients. At this point, it's going to get messy, but feel free to use your hand, please. Remember, we don't have to over knead this so that our buns will not come out too strong. Now, our dough doesn't have to come out so perfect. It's just buns. Allow that to rest for a while and let's heat up our frying oil. To check if our oil is ready, we'll scoop out a little butter, add it to the oil, and when it comes up between 5 to 10 seconds, that means it's ready. If it's ready, we'll proceed to frying on a medium-low heat. A typical Nigerian buns flips over on its own. You don't have to do too much, you just have to monitor the process, and it's so satisfying to watch. It takes up to 6 minutes for buns to fry evenly, and when yours gets brown or golden, immediately you add your batter. That means your oil is too hot. And it's perfectly fine if your buns comes out with a crack and little horns around its body. Back then in primary and secondary school, I prefer my buns crunchy, and this is how it's supposed to look like. A typical Nigerian buns is soft on the inside and yet crunchy on the outside. It's so tasty, and even tastier when you pair with soda, I mean minerals. So now I'm just going to continue frying my leftover batter and make sure that nothing goes to waste. You see these little buns chips, or flakes rather, was my daughter's favorite. My family loves my buns recipe and they can't have enough of this. And I'm a proud teacher who have taught up to 5 people on how to make a proper Nigerian buns. Not just any recipe, but a recipe that made their business thrive. Do you know that pastry business, just like buns, peanuts, samosa, etc., are one of the most lucrative businesses in Nigeria that you can start with low income yet make profit. You don't need a shop and you don't need millions of naira to establish. Just master the art of making all the snacks and you are good to go. It's a daily business that is mostly consumed in Nigeria. So my loves, will you be trying out this recipe or you're just going to save it on your phone? See you on my next one, and do take care of your lovely self.